Good morning, everyone. This is Austin from Raw Bliss. I just got back from the beach for the first time in 3 days. I haven't been to the beach in 3 days. It's like kind of crazy. So my shoulder's doing way better. I did yoga for the first time this morning. Oh my God, it felt so good. But still got a little bit ways to go, so I'm taking it easy still. And it was nice to get out today. I got some sapodillas for breakfast, also known as chico, sapote, brown sugar fruit. These are epic. And yes, they call it brown sugar fruit because it tastes like brown sugar. Some people eat the skin, actually. When I was in India, they're like, oh yeah, we eat the skin. I was like, no, okay. So it looks like on the inside. Sometimes they're more brown, sometimes more orange. Super good. Brown sugary, maple syrup, breakfast pancakes kind of vibe. I had a couple in the fridge because they were super ripe. I didn't want the ants getting into them. Wow. These are really good. I'm not sure if it's a seasonal fruit because I see it a lot, and it's very cheap. It's only like 30,000 a kilo, which is like a little bit more than $1. It's about $1 a kilo. Now I got some baby bananas here that I'm gonna have after. I'll try one now. See how they are. Make sure there's no wormies. I think these are the ones that are like really yellow on the inside. These are really good. Good texture. See, look at that. See how yellow they are on the inside? Not like a Cavendish at all. These are crazy sweet. So I'm going to munch on these. This one's very ripe. See all you do? Press. Ooh. Reveal that juicy goodness on the inside. See you guys later. Yeah, baby. Yes. Oh my gosh. Rambutans, you guys. I was just looking. Is that a mosquito? Get out of here. Ah. I was just looking through my Instagram memories, and last year I was going through the market. I saw lychees and rambutans. I was like, oh. I was like, it's almost time. And then I just went searching today in the market, and I found rambutans. 35,000 a kilo, which is like $1.50. I got 2 kilos here. Usually I have like 3 kilos for like a good meal, but 2 kilos, mosquito, man. 2 kilos is pretty good, usually. These are a bit older. They're not super fresh, but let's try. Still really good. It's kind of got like a, it's always like typically like a strawberry grape, but this is like a strawberry grape with like a little bit of lemon. Like it's a little citric. In Vietnam, in Vietnamese, they call this chom chom. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but C-H-O-M. And it translates to messy hairs, which I think is an appropriate name. really, like one of my favorite, probably my number one favorite juicy fruit. Even more than lychees. People love lychees. Lychees are a bit more sweet than this. Man, I'm a rambutan fiend. My friend Hannah, Healing with Hannah on Instagram, she understands. She's the only one, it seems like, in the fruitarian community, we're like the rambutan lovers. It's literally the best of both worlds, like a berry and a grape. Think about the best strawberry and the best like Concord grape. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord for this amazing fruit. I missed it so much. There are different varieties. Some are a little easier to get the flesh off the seed. It's kind of annoying, but it's part of the experience. Yeah, this was absolutely amazing. So glad I found these today. I was looking through the market. It was like jackfruit, mangoes, and I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. And I just left, and then I drove by this, and I was like, yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm sweating like a freaking pig. I just did another half hour. It's like 11:30 now. The sun is super intense right now. I did an hour this morning and then 30 minutes now, just like sunbathing, dude, outside. Oh my god, feels so good. So good.
Seems like no matter what, my salads are always like about $3. $3. I got this one here. Let's see. Get a little thumbnail. Oh. I like thumbnail options. So I got my coconut jelly. I saved this from this morning's big coconut. And I got these amazing cherry tomatoes. A little bit of shallot in there. So juicy. Oh my god. So in here, 2 cucumbers, handful of bean sprouts, cilantro, 1 red bell pepper, 3 different types of local greens, calamansi and lime. It's a pretty simple salad. Very fresh. I wanted to talk today a little bit about fruitarian. Now, what is a fruitarian? Is a fruitarian someone who eats only fruit? It could be, but I don't have this definition. It depends on how you define fruitarian. From what I understand, from what I have followed, fruitarian means that the base of your diet is fruit. Fresh, raw, living fruit. So that should be about 80% of your diet is fruit, which it is in my case. The only thing in here, cilantro, even bean sprouts. So do fruitarians eat vegetables? Depends how you define that again. In nature, frugivorous animals, any frugivore, for example, orangutan, monkey, chimpanzee, all these frugivorous animals, they don't just eat fruits. There's no animal in nature that eats only fruits. It's very extreme, right? So yeah, most frugivores include leafy greens and eat things like honey, insects, and stuff like that, which is considered a frugivorous diet. Okay, so again, it depends how you coin fruitarian. cherry tomatoes. Those are fruits, amazing fruits. There's a lot of variation in the raw community. Some people move towards more extreme type diets of only fruit. Some people go no fat, high carb, no avocado, no durian, no coconut meat. You can do that. And then some people go very high fat, lots of nuts and seeds. And, they might not consider themselves a fruitarian, more of like a raw foodist. Or I like to say that I live on I eat a living foods diet because my food is alive, it's not dead. Because you can still be a raw foodist and a lot of your food is dead, like nuts and seeds that are just sitting there in the produce aisle, not the produce aisle, the bulk bins. They've been sitting there for so long, and if you don't soak and sprout those, it's not a living food. So I like to focus on the living foods. And again, I consider myself a fruitarian because, the majority of my diet is fruit. But I still have like a salad. I don't have a salad every day, but I definitely feel better when I implement greens into my diet. There's a lot of vitamins and minerals that you can't really get on only fruit, especially if the soil quality is depleted. There's vitamin K in there, chlorophyll, omega-3s, very important for the brain health. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit on that. Seems like a hot topic. Earlier on in my journey, it's always been like up and down with the salads for me. When I first started raw, I don't remember exactly, but the first year, most of the year, I was just doing juice fasting and 100% fruit, not even avocados. Or I tried to stay away from avocados. I was addicted to avocados, so good. But looking back, I might have taken a more balanced approach. But I've been including salads for the past 3 years, pretty much, maybe 4. Not daily, It's always just intuitive, how I feel. A lot of times when you're traveling to new places, you want to eat the local foods. And I was definitely focusing more on the fruit aspect. I definitely feel more balanced. I get amazing sleep, especially when incorporating some fats and not being so, the coconut jelly straight out the fridge is a game changer. I try not to be so dogmatic these days. I try to be more lenient, more grounded, have a more balanced approach, because this is something that I am going to be doing for the long term. This is not a short term detox or a fast. For me, this is a lifestyle. So this is why I consider myself a fruitarian. You can label me whatever you like. I am not a vegan, though. I do not follow the ethical stance on veganism. I'm sorry if that offends you. I have many friends that are vegan, and, I got nothing against vegans, but I am not a vegan. Early on in my journey, I did identify myself as one of these, but not anymore. I find it very polarizing in today's society, and it's just not something I want to be associated with. So I hope you guys can respect that, respect my decisions, and let me know what your definitions are, because you'll see many definitions of fruitarian online that are conflicting. Some people say, they eat fruits, nuts, and seeds, but no vegetables. And some people say, they only eat fruits And I don't even know anybody. I know like maybe Orville Douglas, you know, eats only fruits. He's a long-term fruitarian. But I look around and I'm like, who's long-term that's thriving on eating only fruits? You know, a lot of people eat a lot of vegetables. I mean, not a lot, but they incorporate some, or people like John Kohler, which has been a real big inspiration for me recently. He eats a vegetable-heavy diet. So he actually eats more vegetables in his diet than he does fruit. And that's something I resonate with recently because, you know, it's more of the healing aspect from the fruits and the more the alkalinity. Whereas fruits are more for energy, calories, satiation. And I'm not like an ultra athlete or anything. I don't need super high carbs all the time. You know, all these athletes, they do super high carb, no fat, super low fat, because they want their performance to be at their peak. But I think the fats are very essential, and the greens as well, for the liver health and lots of other things. I just think it's better to take a more balanced approach. Here in Vietnam, we get amazing greens. You know, when I was traveling like Bali, Indonesia, Malaysia, sometimes the greens quality not the best. And I look back at like living in Washington State and I'm like, man, I wish I would have taken advantage of like the heirloom tomatoes, like the collard greens, like all these amazing fresh greens that were available. But I just didn't like them because, like, you know, it's an acquired taste, really. And yeah, I feel like a lot of people in the raw movement get caught up, especially early on, in the fruits because they're like, oh, it's so sweet, tastes so good. It's like, you know, health is bigger than that. And, you know, once you incorporate greens into your diet, I guarantee you, you know, you're going to love it. You get some nice dressings in there. You get like a tomato, mango, a bell pepper dressing in there. Lots of herbs. It tastes amazing. So I think people just got to, you know, use these tools to get these amazing foods into them. And this is why I don't like to stick with one dogma, one teacher. Like, you know, people follow Morris and they're like, oh, you got to get your kidneys filtering. And that's the most important thing, is get your kidneys filtering. So dry fast and don't drink too much liquids, and, you know, grapes and oranges and astringent fruits, you know, and, you know, there's so many different gurus out there. And I really just try and stay the middle path and try and ask my body, like, okay, what works for you, Austin? You know, don't look at what this other guy is doing, you know. So it's always a journey, you know, and so right now, I might do a green juice in the morning. I haven't been doing it too much, but I do coconut water in the morning, which is great for minerals. But I love ending the day with a salad. I get amazing sleep, you know, 8 to 10 hours a night, which is great. If I was on only fruits, I wouldn't get that. Unless I was having like a lot of fats at the end of the day, which I don't believe is ideal. I believe I like around 15 to 20% of my calories from fat. That's just what I like to do, you know, just so I don't have to fit into the 80-10-10, even though it's an amazing book. And then Douglas Graham is like a really smart guy, and that book changed a lot of people's lives and changed their perspective on raw. I find myself best 15-20%, because durian's 18% fat, so, you know, gotta have that. Let's see. Yeah. I think that's going to do it for today's video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this topic. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And let me know on future topics you'd like me to discuss, because I've been slacking recently
on the content, and I'm really looking to get back into it. Happy Scorpio full moon, everybody. Hope you're staying safe, staying grounded. See you guys in the next one. Peace and love.